Good morning, YouTubers. It's July 5th, 2023. This will be a faceless one. I don't show my face, I don't have my hat on, but I am going to open a Spindrift sparkling water, and this is not a paid ad. I don't have to disclose anything. Sometimes I promote products just because it's my freedom to do so. Clorox disinfecting wipes. Right, those are here on my desk. Anyway, what is my topic here today? My topic is, to what extent is there a double standard here in that we are calling Bucky Fuller insane because he has this conceptual art project? Like, he has this sort of didactic what if where we put a giant dome over the city of Manhattan. And he talks a lot about the thermodynamics here, about how the buildings are like a radiator, like they go up and down, up and down. And so trying to heat all these individual buildings versus climate control inside one hemisphere or whatever that would have been, there's a lot to think about there in terms of heating and cooling and just, a conceptual innovation here. I'd say the geoscope, and then I jump to Old Man River City. I say in the comments to that YouTube, it's like with some architects, they knock out these conceptual art projects one after another. And, like Hyperloop or whatever, maybe break ground in some cases. And it's like, yeah, that's what architects do, right? They give us this kind of science fiction. And sometimes I'm, skeptical when I see the art on the web. I say, oh, no way they ever built that. And sometimes I'm right. But like the other day, I went onto Google Earth to see what was the status of this wild building in Hell's Kitchen that they said this architect had made. And I was like, I don't think they probably ever did make that. That's too wild. And then I went onto Google Earth and I was able to find it. So now where is it there? I think I see it there. So let's zoom in on this building. And you can look it up. You can get the architect, I believe, is in Denmark, right? And then we can kick in with some more like rotation. We're in 3D. Let's go around and around. So look at this fun building, right? So this is architecture doing some kind of wild idea, and then they actually do build it, right? Because New York is like that. They try stuff. They're really into experiments. So hats off to New York for doing that. But I don't think the dome over Manhattan was ever that realistic. In Bucky's mind either. Like, I don't think when he would do what architects do and throw these things out, he didn't expect them all to like materialize. That's, let's just get people thinking is the first step. So I'm saying that in my sort of comment on this YouTube because it's called insane. And then it turns out he's something of a crackpot, we're told. In other words, in his case, coming up with conceptual art that makes you think is insane and is coming from a crackpot. Whereas if you're a successful architect, which he also was, right, then you're just some kind of genius, and these are like the conceptual art projects you took out, put out there, right? So why the double standard? Happy X Day. If you're in the subgenius cult at all, I talk about that in another video. I will make a link and shout out to my sister. It's also her birthday today, and 4th of July yesterday was quite smooth for us. I have this dog that I haven't lived a whole year with, and I wasn't sure how she was going to handle the fireworks, but I think we both fell asleep this time. I didn't bother going down to the Blues Festival, but I'm sure it was very, very fun for people this year, coming out of COVID and all that. So yeah, Old Man River City, I would love to see this, and I think here's my punchline. Probably why the movie industry is in such distress right now is we intuitively sense that we could sort of repurpose our movie making abilities to actually, like, you couldn't build Old Man River City and not have it be a spectacle. People would need to see how it was unfolding and so on for a lot of these mega and not such mega projects, like helping people out of their drug addiction or so forth. Like in real time, addressing the U.S. problem, that would be something you would need to make movies about. And you can't just screenwrite it in the usual way. But you do have to plan it. There's scenario skills. In other words, I think movie making, thanks to Epcot, thanks to Disney World, thanks to Walt Disney's vision, the movie making industry has been challenged to like, don't make the military think of all the scripts that we're going to do in real time. Like, oh, it's just the backdrop is just going to be blowing up these people or invading here and there. It's like, don't you, the civilians, have a job as well? Like, okay, so Bucky's insane. So now what? So what are you going to do? Like, what's your idea of a fun project? Or do you have any? And I think going on strike is going to help draw attention to the fact that we might not get back to whatever it was. Whatever it was. We were spending $300 million to do what? I mean, what's left? You get some fun, $8 of escape, actually $20 of escape. Okay, but maybe we're too afraid to escape right now. It's like there's a major war going on, everyone's worried, and you think we're supposed to just go laugh in the movie theaters. You know, you think that escapism is worth so much to us that we don't see you could do something more to help make the world better so we wouldn't have to be so escapee about it. Like, hey, movie industry, don't expect us to pay you to help us escape when we see that you're wasting opportunities to make the world a better place. Just think about it. Think about the scripts you might write and the movies we might make. That's my rant for the day. Talk to you later.